Just when you think that everything can't get any crazier in the world of crypto, the unthinkable happens, and it does. Because as of this morning, Sam Bankman-Fried is stepping down from FTX. FTX is also filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy officially now, and according to CNBC, Alameda Research had ties to approximately 130 additional affiliated companies. Now, who in the world are these companies, and how is that going to affect the crypto market? That seems to be the new big question, because as all of this is rolling out and as Binance has withdrawn from the idea of acquiring and saving FTX, the crypto market is dumping once again. Because if we go back to the chart, we can see that after this news happened, Bitcoin came down to around $15,650, bounced all the way back up to around $18,100. And since then, the crypto market, specifically Bitcoin and most of the altcoins as well, have fallen an additional 7.5% back down from around $18,000 to around $16,800. Now, how is this going to affect the future of cryptocurrency, and who are these 130 mystery companies that could be tied to Alameda Research and potentially tied to the volatility and the downfall that we're seeing inside of FTX? Well, that is something that I want to talk about in today's video, and also about the idea and speculation about what other crypto exchanges could be affected from all of this, because there's lots of talks of what exchange is going to be next, and there's all these theories out there looking at withdrawals and asset reserves and how business is going about. Because if you aren't familiar, BlockFi just announced that they had to halt withdrawals as well, and yesterday Crypto.com came out and said that they were halting certain withdrawals from things like USDC, Tether, and a couple of other tokens, including things like Solana. And so now everything is starting to get stirred. And there was this recent release that kind of talks about the Crypto.com holdings. And I want to talk about this because while this isn't confirmed, if this is true, it is an incredibly scary realization to come to right now. But let's start off with one thing at a time and talk about the Sam Bankman-Fried. So with Sam Bankman-Fried, it should not come to anyone's surprise that he is stepping down from his position at FTX, right? Everyone would kind of assume that, hey, things are getting bad. There are lots of rumors that are getting dispersed out there about how he lived his private life in this massive mansion that he had in the Bahamas. There's lots of allocations that are yet to be confirmed. Again, we have to understand that the allegations that are coming out against him about his private life and all sorts of other things that I don't want to get into because, again, it's not confirmed, but how he lived his private life is questionably ethical or not. And those rumors are definitely making their way around the crypto space. Now, more importantly, we need to understand who in the world are these other 130 approximately affiliated companies, right? Because here it says that approximately 130 additional affiliated companies are part of the proceedings, including Alameda Research, Bankman-Fried's crypto trading firm FTX, FTX US, and of course a whole lot more. So this is a 23-page bankruptcy filing, and this is going to be a very big deal. Now, in the wake of this and Sam Bankman-Fried leaving, what we have is that we have a new CEO of FTX who's going to be replacing Sam Bankman-Fried for John J. Ray III. Now, if you're not familiar with this guy, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but he was the one to come into Enron after everything fell apart there. And so this is a guy who, from my understanding, is a very experienced person when it comes to this space of, things that are falling apart. And so it only makes sense that this is kind of like the Enron of the crypto space, and the very same guy who is dealing with a lot of the Enron breakdown is going to be the guy to come in and start trying to deal with FTX now that Sam Bankman-Fried is gone. And so there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of unanswered questions that we are probably going to get dispersed to us over the course of the next couple months, if not the next couple years. And I don't think that we're going to get all this answer or get all of the answers here in something that is going to release tomorrow. Now, Sam Bankman-Fried has come out and said, I believe just yesterday, he said, hey, I'm sorry, I messed up. And that was kind of the extent of it. And a lot of people aren't really satisfied with this because there's a lot of people that still have money that is left on exchanges. In fact, Kevin O'Leary just the other day was saying, hey, we had direct exposure to FTX. And just like all of you, we are now locked out. And so as all of this is progressing, again, there's little names, there's normal people like me and you, and then there's big names like people like Kevin O'Leary who are in the exact same boat. And so it's wild to think of at the end of the day, but again, it raises the question of how many other exchanges are in the same boat here. And so this is just a tweet kind of talking about it from investing.com saying this is official, this is all happening, and things are starting to pick up. Now, when we talk about other exchanges, obviously there's a lot to talk about, like KuCoin and OKEX, and some other people are saying Crypto.com. And so there's a lot of rumors going around here. And so Crypto.com and a couple of other exchanges are saying, hey, we want to make our reserves public so that everyone can believe that we are safe. We want to be transparent here, which is a very noble thing to do in times like this. So I'm all for seeing these reserves because that will help give me more safety. Now, for me personally, I am trying to get my funds off of exchanges. As of yesterday, I believe it was yesterday morning, I was able to withdraw from FTX US. Now, it looks like they're going to be in trouble as well now, and so it looks like they're not quite as sealed away as everyone thinks that they are. So there's rumors going around as to some people now struggling to get their funds off of FTX. FTX might become a liquid next. And with all this happening, people are looking at Crypto.com. Again, a couple of exchanges, but specifically Crypto.com is one of the main ones. And so if this is true, and if this is one of their wallets or a collection of their wallets, and essentially the reason why this is so big is because it says that 20% of their token allocation is in Shiba Inu, or the SHIB coin, which would be wild. Could you imagine something that is like, seriously, we can see it on the screen, almost $3 billion in net worth, and saying, hey, we can allocate 20 of that to Shiba Inu. So again, this is not confirmed. I want to make it transparent. But if this is true, who in the world is letting people run multi-billion-dollar cryptocurrency exchanges and cryptocurrency funds and saying that they can confidently put 20% of their tokens into a rip-off of a meme coin? So the original meme coin was Dogecoin, right? And Shiba Inu is just a rip-off of Dogecoin. So not only, it's just wild for me to think about. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around the fact that if this is true, which I desperately hope that it's not, that no one in their right mind could allow someone to put $3 billion in allocation and saying that they feel safe with that and confident with 20% of that in a rip-off of a meme coin. It would be a wild thought at the end of the day. So what this would show us is that they have more SHIB than they have of Ethereum, USDC, USDT, and everything else, pretty much. So the only coin that they own more of than SHIB, if this is true, is going to be Bitcoin, which is, again, it's just a wild thought. So I really desperately hope that this isn't true. This has not been confirmed, but yeah. Let's really pray that this isn't the case, because if they come out with their proof of reserves and they say that their second largest holding at 20% is Shiba Inu, I do not think that the crypto market is going to have a good reaction. I have already started withdrawing funds from Crypto.com just because I fear the worst. And again, if it's not your keys, it's not your wallet at the end of the day. And so with these centralized exchanges, you signed an agreement saying that they could halt withdrawals, and your money could just be as good as gone, at least for a very long time. And so they have the full rights to do it here, and a lot of these exchanges do, and that's unfortunately the bad news at the end of the day. So if you have funds on exchanges, again, I cannot tell you what to do with your money. I am not your financial advisor. I'm not a legal or tax advisor or anything like that. But here, me personally, I do not feel safe on very many exchanges right now. There's a very, very few exchanges that I feel safe on, and I am increasingly putting more money into wallets and less on exchanges. So we can see I have a bunch of wallets up here. I have Kepler, I have Binance wallet, I have my MetaMask, I have a bunch of other wallets as well. I have a Nano Ledger. I am moving cryptocurrency to cold and hard storage, or hard and soft storage. So pretty much all kinds of wallets right now. But when we're looking at the chart here and what's happening with Bitcoin, I'm sure a lot of people are just wondering what in the world is happening right now, and can crypto bottom here? And I think the ultimate answer is that we don't have an answer to that question yet. We don't know yet as to whether crypto can bottom here or not, because there's just not enough information. We don't know the extent of how big FTX's impact is going to create. Like, how big of a creator is the impact of FTX crashing going to make on the world of crypto? And so we can't confidently say that this is the bottom yet. Now, something that I am doing, again, not legal, financial, or tax advice in any way, but there are a few assets, a few cryptos that I am very comfortable holding long term. I don't want to manipulate anything, so I'm not going to list what they are. But there are a few cryptocurrencies that I feel extremely comfortable holding long term. And so as things are falling, I am not trading this market. Let me make that clear. I do not have trades in. But for long-term investments, I still feel very comfortable making long-term investments at these prices. So for these select few cryptos, obviously one of them is Bitcoin. Obviously one of them is Ethereum. I'm not going to get into all the altcoins. But for things like Bitcoin and Ethereum, when they're down 70, 80, 90% from their all-time high, guess what? I don't care, because I'm not holding for a month from now. I'm not holding for 2 months from now. I'm holding for years from now. And I'm confident that years down the line, just like every previous bear market before, there's going to be cryptos that come out on top, and there's going to be cryptos and projects that fail. And that's just part of the bear market at the end of the day. So rest assured, I've been through a lot of these. And the YouTube channel was even through the 2017 and 2018 one. And so I remember making videos like this one all the way back in the previous bear market, which was a wild one. But I've been through a couple of these now, several of these now. I've been a part of Bitcoin since it's almost 10 years now, since around like 2012 area. So I've been through countless of these. Crypto's always recovered, projects always succeed, and others always fail. And it's just part of the market cycle. It happens in traditionals, it happens in crypto. It's an unfortunate thing to see that we never want to happen, but it's just part of the circle of life here. So hopefully everyone's staying safe. Hopefully you're not letting it get to your head too much. With these kind of markets, I want to leave everyone with a quote in that, I forget who said it, but it's always stuck with me. And that's that money is made in bull markets, but lives are changed in bear markets. And it sounds very basic at its core, but let me explain. When you're in a bull market and everything's heading up, then yeah, you can make maybe 10, 50, 15, 20, 50% in a bull market because you're just going with the trend. But the people who get in at the bottom of the bear market, who got in at the dot-com bubble after the 2001 crash or the 2008 crash, the people who got into assets at the bottom of these crashes are the people who made the most amount of money, not the people who came into real estate in 2017 when the real estate market was already back in a really, really good spot after the 2008 crash. The people who made the most money were the people who came in 2008, 2009, 2010 and invested while everything was still depressed and distressed, because they got things for pennies on the dollar compared to what they used to be. And then guess what? They played the long game. 10 years from then, everything is incredibly more valuable. And so that's kind of the way that I view crypto here. Again, the money is made in bull markets, but lives are changed in bear markets, because that is ultimately where you get things for seriously pennies on the dollar in every field. It doesn't matter if it's real estate or stocks or crypto or whatever it is. That's just kind of the nature of things. So hopefully I can leave everyone with a little bit of a word as someone who has been a few of these, and I'm sure there's people out there who are far older than I am, who have been through even more crashes, even more craziness than I've gotten to experience. And so share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone kind of band together and interact here, especially in this crazy time in crypto. So thank all of you for watching. If you did enjoy this, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel a lot. And if you want to check out anything else, I have a couple links in the description down below that you can get more involved with myself and the communities as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see all of you in next week's video.